relationship advisor here, and I can tell you we really want our members to have a good experience. It's not just a job to us, it's our character. You can tell that makes a difference. AmeriQ provides our members the right financial services to live life, dream big, and achieve financial success. Why AmeriQ? Find out today at www.ameriq.org/why. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA. Membership restrictions apply.
We're going to talk about it. Anybody notice my Nike hat? I'm gonna open up, talk a little Kaepernick, very little, but I'm gonna talk from a different. I like to do a different perspective totally. So we're. Hi, everyone. The show will start just a little bit. We're in the post-game show of Syracuse football, who beat Wagner today. Another tough one. So, show should be starting in about. I think we're going to start on time at 8:05, which is 7 minutes from now. Have that mic accessible. Have your mic accessible. You never know when I'm going to throw that dart at you. That's when I catch you not paying attention. One, two, three. Now I don't hear anything. He's stealing my audio. How come I? Oh, that's because I turned down my thing. I had no idea how this Dino Costa thing, not as in how the show is in. I don't care how it goes.
Very efficient day for Dutchie as our KeyBank key player of the game. As always, that's presented by KeyBank. Use the red key. Visit key.com for more information. Member FDIC. We'll take another break here on Homework Heating Arch Postgame. We wrap up our network portion of the show. Next, plenty more to come here in Syracuse. We'll tell you about the next opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. We'll do that when we come back here today on the Syracuse IMG Sports Network. When you face stiff competition, you want the best talent and a winning strategy. We're One Group, your team of more than 170 experts and specialists in risk management, insurance, workers' compensation, employee benefits, and HR consulting. We help you win by providing insight and solutions, not products and services. And at One Group, you get all of this expertise with just one call. Send in your winning team. Call One Group. One company, one focus, one team, one mission. To serve each client like our One Group.
With all the excitement and cheering on game day, sound levels can get extremely high, exposing us to dangerously loud levels of noise. Hearing Health USA, the official hearing partner of Syracuse Athletics, like to offer a couple tips to help protect your hearing during games. Wear earplugs to reduce loud noises during games and take frequent breaks from the noise, like going to the restroom, eating refreshments, or taking a walk. For tips and information, visit hearinghealthusa.com/hearsyracuse.
Orange fans, the Fast Track 4-pack is back for Syracuse football. Receive 4 tickets to select SU football games, 2 large pizzas, 1 2-liter bottle of Pepsi, 1 48-ounce Perry's ice cream,
and one bag of Lay's chips for only $69. The Fast Track 4-pack can be purchased at any of the Fast Track locations across upstate New York. Make sure to get yours today. Offer expires November 10th.
Well, they get the big news.
We're helping you enjoy the ride. See what you're on next year. Go one life day two or anything. Sure. This broadcast of Syracuse University Athletics is authorized under rights granted to IMG College LLC by Syracuse University and is intended solely for the entertainment of its listening audience. Any publication, broadcast, retransmission, or commercial use of descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of IMG College and Syracuse University is prohibited. The announcers are selected by IMG College and approved by Syracuse University.
We also approve of identifying the top of the hour. It's 8 o'clock, just past it here on the Kips. Plus 10 seconds for station ID across the Syracuse IMG Sports Network.
And we're going to take a look at
All right, just a few more minutes for you guys. Statewide, here on Holbrook Heating Arts postgame, 62-10 final. They are 2-0 with Mount Wagner today. Friday against Julian Wiggum. Next Saturday, noon kick, Cuse and the Knowles right here in the Dome. Our pregame starts network-wide at 11. Locally, we'll be out on the quad starting at 10 next week. Great scene out there this week. So locally, if you're coming to town next week, get out to the quad. 0-1 in the league. Got whacked pretty good by Virginia Tech this last Monday. They are, in theory, playing Samford right now. There's weather in Tallahassee, so a 7:20 kick has been pushed back to 8:45 in the earliest. So nothing new on that one. But this is an interesting game, and in some years, this wouldn't feel little. You got Florida State playing here.
Sorry for the delay, people. We're about 8 minutes away. We're still in the Syracuse football post-game show. So that's going to be ending in just a few minutes. So sorry. Remember, and I haven't fixed this issue yet. So you can't hear callers on Facebook and you can't hear callers on YouTube. So I suggest if you want to watch, you can. But I suggest that you go to am970theanswer.com, click on that listen live button, and you'll see my picture right there also. And that way you can hear the whole show. Jeff Lax, you ever seen that old man that comes across here at night? What?
No, you got to go back to 3. Hold the phone. Why did that? You got to throw something on. I got to throw something on right now. Can you switch to?
Our engineers right now are doing some intense things. Something going on with the post game.
I expect it. I think that they have a real opportunity here. Florida State is very, very vulnerable.
Anyway, you got that old guy, Jeff, that goes back and forth and back and forth. Kind of creepy.
They really will.
Up here comes the Syracuse engineer.
Syracuse going into this Florida State game now, the 6th year of the ACC, 6th year of playing them in a league game. This is the best you feel going into a Florida State game at home. Eric Dungy is a senior, getting ready to take on the Knowles early in the season. You're healthy as a team.
We got one engineer here saying, talking to another engineer here.
Dungy broke his foot.
I don't know if they were
broke in the first quarter
button heads or.
You know, you got the needle, you got the brace, you got the whole thing in the locker room. Came back in and played the whole game on a broken foot. Threw for 278, 2 scores. He ran the ball 22 times on a broken foot. for 109 yards and a touchdown, almost beat Florida State basically by himself last year. It was unbelievable. For the Noles, Cam Akers, the then freshman star running back, ran for $199 and 2 yards. You'll have to watch out for him. And Jacques Patrick next week. And he came down right.
So anyway, remember, you can't hear callers and you can't hear me conversing with producers and stuff like that. So, which is fine if you don't want to hear that. But if you do, you go to am970theanswer.com, click on the red listen live button, and you're good to go. Actually, that way also there's a 7-second delay. So you'll probably hear, if I go, yada, 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 you can hear me say, yada, 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 7 seconds later.
They're on the road.
That's in case anybody curses.
Montana State just outside the FCS top 25. They are at South Dakota State right now, taking on the old Jackrabbits.
Or if my brother is listening.
At that level, and Montana State is getting smoked 21-0. So Wagner,
Mark Jackson
time
situation.
zone next week at Montana State. Coming up this week, the American Dino Babers show is Thursday at 7. Here at the Cuse, the Press Room Pub downtown, and available on most of these same Syracuse IMG Sports Network stations. In Syracuse, we got more for you coming up on Holbrook Heating Orange postgame. For those of you that you would do. For Engineer Paulie Civilian, Statistician John Burns, for Matt Park, Adam Terry, Jeff Ramin, Julian Wiggum, and myself, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, the final score tonight, Syracuse.
You ready?
Boosted 2-0. A
Here we go.
2-10 win over Wagner. Florida State comes calling next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you then.
You've been listening to Holbrook Heating Orange Postgame on the Syracuse IMG Sports Network. Orange Postgame has been sponsored by Holbrook Heating, your hometown home comfort experts. Orange Postgame has also been sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin' Barbasol.
All right, boys, let's do it.
Well, that's a no-brainer. Dunkin' Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. McDonald's, God loving it. By Honda, start something special with a great deal on a Honda now at your greater Syracuse area Honda dealers. Key Bank, use the red key. Member FDIC. Express Mart, your round-the-clock convenience store. State Farm, talk to an agent today at 800 State Farm. And brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Tested, trusted. Toyota. The executive producer of the Syracuse IMG Sports Network is Tim Pernetti. Associate producers Chris Ferris and Kerry Atkinson. Network manager Tim Bickford. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence, with a special thanks to Syracuse University Athletic Director John Wildhat. Also to the staff and management of flagship station.
Got enough credits there?
TK99 in Syracuse. Syracuse Orange Football is an exclusive presentation of IMG. For college sports.
It's Saturday evening. Time for Talking Sports. Brought to you by Atlantic Health System. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
It is Saturday evening, and we are talking sports right here on AM 970, The Answer, WNYM. I'm John Friedman. James Simeone is on the other side of the glass. That's the voice you hear when you call the show. James, what's happening? I'm doing great. Lots to talk about in the next 2 hours. You bring it, we'll talk about it. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999, models.com. Also, we're streaming the show. Go to am970theanswer.com, click on that red listen live button, and you'll get us on your mobile device, laptop, etc., and enjoy the show on the World Wide Web. Lots to cover in the next 2 hours, including the NFL season is underway. We'll discuss week 1. Lots of college football today to review. The Basketball Hall of Fame has new inductees. We'll take a look at that. Dino Costa will join the show in the first hour. We'll take a look at the MLB pennant races. And in the second hour, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty. Your calls and other sports news. And speaking of calls, give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, for you people that are audience that like to watch the show visually, you can type in on Facebook, Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman. It's live, it's public. You'll get it there. Also on YouTube, same thing. You'll type in Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman. It's public, it's live there. Also, you can email the show at talkingsports970@gmail.com. You can follow me and the show on Twitter at John's, and that's JON, at John's Sports Talk. And you'll get me there also on Twitter. So we got a lot to go over tonight. And I'm going to start off real quickly with the Colin Kaepernick thing. And I know I don't want to bore you on this because I know that story came out Monday night, Tuesday morning, that kind of thing. And you and I have both heard that a million times. But here's the thing I want you to take a look at, okay? And this is why the old judge that book by its cover thing you got to pay attention to. Now, they came out with this announcement on Monday night. What was going to happen in that Colin Kaepernick would be the poster child, so to speak, for this Nike campaign. But what you didn't know, well, while making your opinion and taking a side either way, you hadn't seen the spot yet. And don't forget, Johnny's in advertising. So I didn't want to come to a conclusion on Monday night because knowing that there was a television spot coming, no one had seen it, right? So we all watched it. We watched it, right? You and I, we watched it. We've watched it several times. And don't say you didn't watch it when it came on TV because you watched it. And Nike, and we're going to see it in the numbers that you watched it, okay? So my point is remember, the spot is about human sacrifice that you make. Just do it. In other words, if you really want it, you got to have a sacrifice. And no doubt about it, you can say Colin Kaepernick couldn't play in the NFL. We can both agree we don't like the way he protested. But the one thing is true. What he protested for is correct. He didn't do it the correct way. But what he was protesting was correct. And he made a sacrifice to do this. He's not in the NFL anymore. And please do not give me the nonsense that he could not be a backup quarterback in the National Football League. It's not. You and I know that. We can play. When the New Orleans Saints has a guy, not Teddy Bridgewater, but whatever, what's that guy's name on New Orleans? Their backup quarterback. Why they brought in? Don't tell me Tom Savage is better than Colin Kaepernick. It's not the case. So he's been blackballed, so to speak, in the NFL. We know it. He knows it. There's a lawsuit going on. And then the NFL, as you know, comes out this week and supports the cause for Colin Kaepernick. So the point is, you made a judgment, but after seeing the spot, it's a great representation. And let me tell you something. Nike knows what they're doing. Their ad agency knows what they're doing. Their marketing department knows what they're doing. They know that they may take a hit early on, but in the long run, and after you saw that commercial, there's no doubt about it that he represents that situation of giving up something to get something. And he made a sacrifice. And we've all had to make sacrifices in our life for something that we've wanted, and that's okay. So now he's making more as the spokesperson than he is a backup quarterback. There's no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick's message, and I don't agree how he did it, but the message itself is true and it's having an impact, and we can't deny that. So anyway, all right, we'll take a quick break. We got a lot to cover. We got NFL, we got Major League Baseball. We got so much to go over. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. I'm John Friedman. James Simone is behind the glass, and so is Chuck. We'll be right back.
You're rolling. I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, it was good, huh? Took a totally different perspective. We're going to come back. Yep. I want you to update us on college football scores, right?
Yep, no problem.
And we'll go from there. Matter of fact, we'll just talk college this segment. Dino never called in yet, right?
Nope.
Okay. Now back to the regular clock, or no? When do you want to go out?
24 work for you?
Whatever works for you.
Gotcha.
Brown and Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of You Can't Stop Marty.
My name is Lauren Sullivan. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 9 years ago, and I was severely disabled. And about 6 years ago, my mother had found Balance of Nature, so we decided to give it a try because at that point, nothing was helping. I was skeptical at first, but over time I realized I had a level. I was sleeping better with the huge, and my hair looks better, my skin looks better, my nails look better, and I was able to weed off some of those medications. And I know had I not found Balance of Nature, I would not be living the quality of life that I am now.
When you call, use discount code The Answer, and we'll take 35% off your first preferred set of fruits and veggies and have them shipped to you free. Call 800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751.
I think Dino just sent me a private message. Let's do 8:30. So whenever he calls, I'm not going to, All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. All right, so James, let's get these people, these sports fans and college fanatics out there. Let's get them updated on what's happening. Get them some finals and what's going on right now. Wow.
Trying to see some finals here. Wisconsin, they squashed New Mexico 45-14. Mississippi State beat Kansas State 31-10. Michigan, they came in strong. They won 49-3. West Michigan, Western Michigan, I'm assuming. Houston with a huge win over Arizona. I know they got those 45-8.
Woo, on the road too.
Virginia Tech 62-17 over W&M, and Oregon 62-14 over Florida State. So those are just some of the games. Oh, I'm sorry, one more. It's Alabama 57-7 over Arkansas.
Okay. And I know that we got some late games going on. I know that Chuck had told me we got Stanford and who'd you tell me, Chuck? Stanford and who was that? Oh, that's a beauty. That's good. We got him now. He likes Pete Carroll and all that cheating that went on over there. No wonder they were so good for so long. So I saw something this week in regards to college football, and we'll quickly go through this. They had a thing on, where did I get this on? Gosh, I don't even remember. But it had overrated and underrated college teams in the top 20. So let's quickly, just like a real round table, all of us, I'll give the team, I'll say underrated, overrated, James followed by you, and then Chuck, you follow it. All right, you ready? All right, so underrated, University of Central Florida. I think they're underrated. Okay. Me too. Okay, there we agree there. Stanford at number 10, overrated. I think that they are. I think any team in the top 10 in the Pac-12 is overrated. Okay, here we go. Mississippi State at 18, underrated. I think it's a good place for them right now. Okay. You agree. Okay. We got they got underrated Oklahoma at 6. Again, at 6. That's fine with me. Number 25, Florida. Overrated at 25. Absolutely. Forget that I hate the Gators. All right, here we go. South Carolina underrated at number 24. Not underrated. Georgia put a spanking on them today. All right, here we go. Next one. Overrated. LSU is overrated at number 11. Chuck? Okay, so I think 11 is a good spot for them right there. Okay. I take the Switzerland thing on this one. I'm going to stay neutral. Okay. All right. Here's a good one, and I'm just going to attack them just to attack them. It says that Ohio State at number 4 is underrated. They're well overrated because I don't like them. Yeah, they get a special thing after what went on there. They get a special. But I got to tell you, now that we brought this up, come on, Rutgers. Seriously. 52-3? Come on. I'm tired of hearing this. You're in the Big Ten. Start putting your big pants on already. By the way, I was going to reach out to James Cracks of NJ.com tonight. Even if whatever. But I guarantee he won't take the call because he's probably in a bad mood. You don't want to talk to anybody. Come on, give me 3 points. Give up 52 points? Then they might as well be a mid-major, so to speak, a 1AA or whatever they're called. Appalachian State was not losing that game or that kind of score. Gosh, that's so frustrating. And that better not happen in basketball. Okay, quickly. Overrated Michigan at number 21. Yes, I think so. Chuck? Yeah. He doesn't start winning some games. As I said last week from Jerry Glanville, not for long when you don't get W's up there. So all right. So those were some of the teams. I guess I don't have the rest of the pages there, but those seem to be the ones they focused on. So very interesting. So just quickly, I know you have the top 25 that you may have looked at on Tuesday, but I'll give you the top 10 going into the weekend real quickly. You had Stanford at number 10, Washington, 2 Pac-12 teams. Washington at number 9, Notre Dame at number 8, Auburn at number 7, Oklahoma at number 6, Wisconsin at number 5, Ohio State at 4, the Georgia Bulldogs at number 3, followed by Clemson and Alabama. So just kind of an interesting way to think that rankings are really tough. And what stinks when you're in that top 6, whatever, you lose a game, tough to get back. All right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we got a lot to go over. Major League Baseball, the WNBA are in their finals. We'll talk about that. Devils hockey. I want to hear your favorite radio call also. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. This is Talking Sports. We'll be right back.
All right, don't forget when we come back, we got a hard break at 30. So it automatically will be a break. So,
all right, so
20 was 30 seconds.
30, I'm out. All right, when do we come back?
What was that?
When are we coming back?
We're coming back in 45 seconds.
Okay.
Well, my friends at Income Store have doors you can open that can help you or your family make more money, or doors that lead to an increase in revenue for any business of any size. Income Store has 2 main doors on their website. These doors lead to over 2,000 revenue-generating ideas and products. Although a few of their products are pricey, 90+% of their growth formulas are delivered free or nearly free. Income Store's growth products and ideas have been publicized and featured on Forbes, Inc., USA Today, and recently the Biography Channel. Could your household or business use a revenue shot in the backside? Are you sick of your checkbook talking back and saying no? If so, you need to knock on the doors of IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 877-970-2999. 877-970-2999. Models.com. Don't forget, in the bottom half of the second hour, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. Go to bnbmetro.com. All right, real quickly, Chuck and James, we're going to take a quick look. We're going to talk about the NFL after the break, but let's talk quick Giants and Jets. It's a big day tomorrow. You got Jets featuring their new rookie quarterback, Darnold. That's on Monday Night Football. That's going to be a really kind of a fun Monday night. And I think, by the way, the Detroit Lions are a sleeping team. I really do. There's something about, I know you don't want to hear that when we'll talk some Minnesota Vikings later in the show. I just have a feeling that team may come together. I don't know, but I just have that kind of feel, kind of rooting for them because they just never can get it done. And then you've got the Giants tomorrow. Big day for the Giants tomorrow. You know, Tom Coughlin's Jaguars are coming to town, and there's a lot of pressure on the Jaguars quarterback also. What do you think about that? I know you don't like him. Mm-hmm.
And without Leonard Fournette, that team would have, I don't think would have made playoffs. Their defense can get them 6-7 wins by itself, which is ridiculous. But that offense, with Blake Bortles in the helm, I don't know how they didn't reach out to January.
So you like the Giants tomorrow? You like the Giants tomorrow? Okay, Chuck, what do you think? They are good. All right, that's good. You know, I think it's a toss-up. I think that I'm going to go with the Jaguars also because I just think defense wins, and I know that Barkley may break one, you know, early in the game or something like that. But I think come fourth quarter, you know, if they can stop the run, the Jaguars, I think that they can stop the Giants. So we'll see. It should be a great game. Is that a 1:00 game tomorrow? Is that that's a Sunday night game? That's not. No, Green Bay, Minnesota. You don't know when your team's playing tomorrow? Oh, they're playing the Bears. They're playing the Bears. Playing San Francisco, right? We're gonna go over all these games and pick these games after the break. Oh. Hey, by the way, he can say something. You know why? He's got the contract. He's ready to go. And you know what? He shouldn't lose his intensity. Don't get thrown out of the game. Don't do something stupid. Right. Don't do anything stupid. All right. So when we come back, we're going to go over all these NFL games. We'll talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame was elected last night. We're going to talk New Jersey Devils hockey, the U.S. Open. Oh, we got a lot. We're waiting for Dina Costa to call us. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line, 877-970-2999. I'm John Friedman. This is Talking Sports. We'll be right back. He keeps twittering me. Dino keeps twittering me something about the time, and my phone's on Facebook, so I'm not going off and on. So you may want to, can you send him a private message on Twitter? That I can't see his tweets. No.
Do you have his email address?
You know what? If he doesn't call, then he doesn't call. I can't sit there and babysit a show while I'm on the phone.
Ridiculous. No. He doesn't call, he doesn't call.
Okay, so we'll go through the games. I'll name each game. I'll give my pick, and everybody gives a pick. How you feel? You good? You all right? I don't know how you guys don't need headsets when you do that. I have to have headsets.
Meanwhile, locally, Governor Cuomo has a huge fundraising advantage and a big lead in the polls ahead of this Thursday.
By the way, someone called in and said you're very good. Just told me.
What is that? Why didn't they stay on the phone?
Because people get nervous, man. That's why you got to give out the tweet at me.
Did you get a name or anything? Like, what did they say? It's called to say he's very good?
Well, I had to cut her off quick because the phone was like all like.
Well, what'd she do? She just said that?
Yeah, she wanted to know your
New
name.
Jersey name? New Jersey number? What number?
There was no number.
No number.
She called in. She said you were very good. She asked for your name. She wanted to know if Dino was going to be back on next week. I was like, I don't know, I guess. And then she said that everything after your show stinks. Like, whatever shows come on at like 10.
What do I give a shit?
Yeah,
What do
I
you
know.
give a shit?
But
Weird.
But she said to tell like the higher ups that you're very good and that everyone else is like bad. So,
Woo!
Yanks take on Seattle at 9:10 and
Somebody's calling.
Scoreless Mets versus Phillies. More rain tonight, down to 59. Sunday showers and 64. Monday rain and 71. Now you know how not to go. I'm Susie Cerrone on AM 970. The Answer.
Automotive Diagnostic Services of Whippany.
Is that him?
Part of Morris County is your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service.
No.
Oh, let's go right to a call then.
They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, and suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
I get it. Your desk has been there for you.
Joey in Brooklyn.
Unused stapler and that plant you forgot to water. But maybe it's time to leave your desk and spend your lunch break volunteering at Meals on Wheels.
Doing Meals on Wheels for me is the joy that I look for at the end of my week. I'll come to the door with one meal and I'll walk away with a full heart.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
All right, so
Drop
guys,
off Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
guys.
Okay. 1 second. Don't ask for the call yet, because I think we screwed up the call screener. So just don't ask for him yet. We're going to tell him to hang on for a sec.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. And if you notice, I can't say the 999. It's just too much. So all week I thought about, all right, how do I go to make that an easier line for me? And so we turned that to a 2999. All right, matter of fact, let's go to the phone lines and let's go to Joey in Brooklyn. You're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. Good. How are you? Thanks for the call. What's happening? Yeah, I remember. What's happening? Good to hear from you. It was ugly, right? I mean, really ugly. Well, I'll give you two things. One, I don't know why Atlanta, who took that opening drive, right down the field, why do you have to force feed? Why do you got to force feed the fourth down? Kick a field goal. Take the points on the road and be happy. Yeah, just kick the field goal. Be happy. You're on the road. Take the 3 points and go play defense. That's one. Two, you see that starters not playing in preseason games are a step slower, and that's what results, especially defensively. Also, that's what happens with penalties. That's why you get the penalties. So I didn't sleep well on Thursday night, but I promised myself. I said to my son, I promise you, I'm not going to get overreacted in week one. Now, if this happens next week against Carolina, then it's a different story. And Atlanta had a few injuries also on Sunday night. But you know what? Give Philadelphia credit. And by the way, Philadelphia has a very good defense. They really do. Wait, you think he's on a short leash? Well, they have Greg Knapp as their quarterback coach. Yeah, you got. How many times can you throw it to? How many times can you throw it to Julio? Is there no other receivers on that team? But I'm not going to get emotional after week one. Week one, and by the way, the way the NFL is now, it really takes like week 4 to start to look to teams. You know what I mean? Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Now I will say the one thing that may have changed the game a bit. And listen, you don't overcome 15 penalties. That there's no doubt about that. But Julio did catch that ball. I mean, he clearly caught the ball when they took it when he for that. Yeah, no doubt. So I don't know how they missed that. Yeah, I don't know how you missed that. You got replay right in front of you. It was a big play. But again, you make 15 penalties, you don't deserve to win. That's the bottom line. That's ready. Oh, well, save the door for week 5 or something. Don't start that with week 1. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you did. Yeah, I was trying to get a plug in without getting a plug in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. All right, let's go to I guess I know he's a producer here, but he's calling the show. Let's go to Cigarette Cigarette on line 2, calling from New York City. Cigarette, you're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. How are you, buddy? What's happening? Welcome to Talking Sports. What's going on? Well, you're going to rub it in on me? Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you, the only reason why I don't is when you make 15 penalties, it's hard to win. I mean, that's really the case. But was it impactful at that part of the game? Absolutely. But I don't think it had the out. We may not have scored there either, by the way they've been doing it. So I don't think so, but I'd love to hear what you think. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. So again, and that may be the case. I just, it's hard for me to get over the 15 penalties. I mean, it's a lot of penalties. That yellow flag was flying everywhere. Yeah. For at least 3 weeks, by the way, you're going to see it. That's called the collective bargaining agreement about not being able to tackle and wear pads. That's what happens from that. Well, we'll see. Well, if it is, that means they made the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't know. On paper is different than what happens on the field. So we'll see. I hope so. All right. Listen, thank you so much for the call. We got to take a break. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. I'm John Friedman. James Simone is behind the glass. Our call screener, Chuck, is there. We got a big night tonight. We'll talk to you in just a bit.
Mix and match for men, women, and kids. Athletic footwear, cleats, slides, sandals, and boots. Champion men's and women's power blend fleece starting at $19.99. And kids champion heritage fleece starting at $16.99. Save $10 on select Nike and Adidas backpacks. And select team hats or buy one, get one 50% off. Visit our stores for more unadvertised deals. When you gotta save, you gotta go to Moe's. For our Ask the Lawyer friends and listeners, you can attend any of Connors and Sullivan's free seminars on elder law, Medicaid, wills and estate planning, and more.
Yes, it's all free and all close to you. So come to Connors and Sullivan's free seminars.
On Tuesday, September 25th at Lenny's Clam Bar, 161-03 Cross Bay Boulevard, Howard Beach, Queens at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Then in Maspeth, Queens on Wednesday, September 26th at Connolly's Corner, 71-17 Grand Avenue at 11 a.m., 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. And finally at the Adria, 221-17 Northern Boulevard, Bayside, Queens on Friday, September 28th at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Can't go to any Connors and Sullivan's free seminars? Then call
Free seminars. Free seminars.
for your own free office appointment.
Make an educated decision on your estate and family legal solutions today. Call Connors and Sullivan at 718-238-6500 or go to connorsandsullivan.com. Connors and Sullivan. Plan now for later.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next.
I'm going to say on the air, I'm going to say, I see Dean Acosta trying to, Twitter me, but my phone's being used or whatever. Call in, bro. I can't help you other than that. So now we're going to pick games. What's up? All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. 877-970-2999. Models.com. Don't forget, we got You Can't Stump Marty coming up at the bottom of the hour. That should be a doozy. That's brought to you by B&B Metro for all of your business and personal needs. BNBmetro.com. Also, if you heard earlier, we're the flagship station of Syracuse football. Syracuse got by Wagner today as we came on right after their post-game show. And don't forget, if you're for a programming note, you can get all Syracuse football games here. Also, you can get Army football games here. Also here at AM 970. If you check the listings, we're going to give you NFL games tomorrow. And in basketball, we'll be offering Seton Hall basketball, St. John's basketball, all of it right here on AM 970. The Answer and on 570 WMCA. Also, don't forget, you can email the show. What I wanted you to email is we didn't pick one this week. Actually, I did send James a few calls. We don't know if we'll get time for them tonight. Hopefully we can. But if there's a radio call, a sports radio call that was one of your favorites, I'd love to know about it. Email the show so we can play it for you at talkingsportsam970 at gmail.com. So, another thing is, Dino Costa, if you're listening, I know you're trying to tweet me something, but my phone's being used for the Facebook visual, so I'm not seeing what comes in. And with Johnny's eyes, I can't see further than not very far. So give the show a call. You know the number. We'd love to have you. So, all right, guys, let's take a look at the NFL tomorrow. We'll take a look. I'll give you games. I'll give you who I think is going to win. And each one of you guys give me your picks. Now, Chuck, what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper because I'm going to dominate you guys all year on these picks. So we're going to see. And by the way, whoever wins owes a pie and beer after the show. I'm picking up the pie and the beers next week. We've made those arrangements. But after that, matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a mid-season pie and beers. Who's winning then? We'll have like a first half, second half, and then we'll do the second half, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's take a look. We're not going to talk about the Atlanta-Philadelphia game. That's moot. So let's start it off tomorrow with we talked about the Giants. Did we talk about? Let's talk about the Jets. All right, so let's talk about the Jets. Big day for the Jets. It's actually good probably for Darnold that it's on the road rather than being home. I think that takes off a little bit of pressure for him. The Jets, I think, have a solid running game. They got a solid defense, and they go into a pretty excited Detroit team that looks like they're looking to make strides this year. So I'm going to go with the I think that Detroit's going to win by 3. What do you think there, James? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's deadly. I love that guy. By the way, out of Georgia. Out of Georgia. All right, so let's go. All right, Chuck, what do you got there? Now, that's being a man, by the way. That's being a man. That's not being a homer. I like that. I appreciate that. But you're realistic. I like that. Okay. All right, here we go. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I think the Buccaneers get spanked around tomorrow. Isn't it interesting, by the way, the Buccaneers defensive coordinator, Mike Smith, never got another job. He's 20 games over as a head coach, and he never got another job. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. No, Mike Smith, who's the head coach of the Falcons, he's the defensive coordinator there. He never got a job after that. He's 20 games over as an NFL coach. Absolutely. Okay, Houston, this is a great game. Houston at New England. I'm taking Houston. I am. Okay. Okay. What do you think, Chuck? You know you guys are getting an email tomorrow night about this. You know I'm going to rub it in. All right, here we go. One that's close to James. You got the San Francisco 49ers at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take Minnesota at least by 10 because their defense is just going to be all over the field. And you know that's what you'd like, obviously. All right. Chuck, what do you got there? Got it. All right. Tennessee at Miami. I take the Titans there over Miami. That's a tough. Wow, that is hard. All right. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Cincinnati, they're starting to become a kind of a sexy team for people, but I'm going to take Cincinnati over Indianapolis. Well, you got luck. You got luck coming back. You got luck coming back tomorrow. Okay, we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland's going to get spanked tomorrow because I forgot about these fantasy owners, man. He's really that's really all right. Chuck, what do you got? Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. All right, nice. Very nice. All right. Seattle at Denver. Denver all over Seattle tomorrow. At Denver. All right. All right, real quickly, we got Dallas at Carolina. I like Dallas at Carolina tomorrow. I do. All right, we got all right, interesting pick there. All right, so we got. We'll come back. We'll finish that up. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 877-970-2999. Models.com. Don't forget, we got You Can't Stump Marty coming up in the bottom half of the second hour. I'm John Friedman. This is Talking Sports. We'll be right back.
Automotive Diagnostic Services are open in New Jersey in the heart of Morrison, making a dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
We got 5 more games to do.
No, I only have I got Washington Redskins, Arizona. I got Chicago, Green Bay.
Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City, Los Angeles.
Baltimore,
jail violence, and the mayor and governor.
Baltimore who?
Baltimore and Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Also might be the most boring game.
And where? Who else? Who else?
Kansas City, Los Angeles. 5 seconds to come back.
If it's Sunday, it's time for the boldest hour.
What Los Angeles? All right, we're back. Let's finish up these picks amongst us here, but give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 877-970-2999, models.com. All right, so we got tomorrow afternoon, we've got Baltimore. Is it Baltimore at Buffalo? I believe it's Buffalo at Baltimore. I'm going to go with Baltimore big there. Hey, what do you think, Chuck? Oh, that should be just that won't be pretty, that game. Then you got Kansas City. Now I wrote down Los Angeles. Is that the Clippers or Lakers? Is it San Diego? I mean, the Chargers. Okay, so you got Kansas City that's going to be right into the division right there in that game. That's the juicy one. I'm going to go with Kansas City and Mahomes tomorrow. Is he the guy? Yeah. Yeah. One year on my fantasy team last year, and that was it. Never again. All right. So, and we got this is a doozy. We got Chicago at Green Bay tomorrow night. You know what? I'm going to go with Green Bay. And maybe it's because I have Aaron Rodgers, and maybe it's because I have Jimmy Graham on my fantasy team. But I'm serious. I'm going to go with Green Bay. All right, so that's a look at the NFL. So we'll keep tabs of how we do. We'll take a look at it halfway through the season. So I wanted to quickly, we'll do it right here before the break. What time we go to the break here on the top of that hour there? Oh, we go at 58. We have a little time. All right, so let's take a look at baseball real quick. Let's knock this out of the park here. No pun intended. Okay, so we know about the Red Sox. You know, I got to tell you, I was telling you guys earlier that, you know, the Red Sox are so dominating that, you know, Atlanta's having a good year. They're not a great team. They're a good team. They're not a great team. They're young. They just went in there and swept the Atlanta, right. You know, just went in and swept them, no problem. And when the one game they were down 7-1 at 1.7, they just came back and won that game. They got such bats on that team. Well, regular season. All right, so as we know, the Yankees they're out of that division race, but they're with Toronto. It's looking like it's going to be in the American League. Oakland's going to be at New York. That should be a doozy. And I was telling Chuck earlier that, and he didn't want to hear it because he's a Yankee fan. I understand. When is Minnesota, who's not in the playoffs, obviously, or Oakland going to beat the Yankees? And it will it be in a one-game playoff game? That should be pretty interesting. You know what I've always loved about Oakland, by the way, and they may have changed a little bit. They've always had the best unis in baseball. I've always loved the whole thing with yellow socks, and they just have always had the best uniform. I've just always and the worst uniform that's just kind of plain Jane is Tampa Bay. But it was kind of new. That's just kind of, I like a little old time look. You know, I like, give me classic stuff, you know? Yeah, give me that. Give me something classic. You know, but other than that, I would just like to see the upset. Not because the Yankees, but it'd be good for baseball, I think, for a little taste of something. Now, the network wants the Yankees. Let's not kid ourselves. You know, they want the Yankees. So, but it would be interesting. Is it time for, and I use Minnesota as the example with Oakland, because those are the two teams in playoff times over the last all these years, even back to the, you know, the great Yankee teams in the 90s, they couldn't beat them. Just never could beat them. As a matter of fact, I just saw the other day the Giambi play with Jeter. Just like yesterday, I just saw that. It was a good play. Everybody was like a great play. All right, it was a good play. So he needed to cut it off and throw it over to him. All right. Hey, Jeter's a great player. Come on. Yeah, that guy was great. He was so good. All right, quickly in the National League, Atlanta as of yesterday, had a 3.5 game on Philadelphia. And interesting enough, Atlanta gets swept, and Philadelphia is losing 2 out of 3 to the Marlins this week. But we got a lot of September left. That's going to come down to the very end. Chicago looks like they're going to wrap up that the Central soon. I'm sure their magic numbers getting pretty low there. And you've got Colorado on top of the Dodgers, a 1.5 games, followed by Arizona is only 2.5 back. That division is just wonderful. And it could happen. And you know what? Give Arizona and Colorado credit. They both were in there last year too. So, and that very well, you know what I told you what I want to happen in that division. I want a 1-game playoff. I want a 1-game playoff to, decide who's going to, and that could happen. It very well could happen. So that's your look at baseball. Baseball playoffs will be coming up soon. I'm not a big fan of the 1-game playoff, and I understand it does gives you the edge of the seat. There's no doubt it's edge of the seat. And if you're if it's one of your teams, you're really edge of the seat. But I just think that teams that make the playoffs at worst deserve, even at a wild card, deserve a 3-game series minimally. That's just the way I feel. Not to say it's not exciting, the other way. So that's a look at baseball. That's going to be coming up, and teams now start to, they start to try to plan that pitching now as they get into it. And how about this Soshi Otani? The guy needs now Tommy John surgery and goes yard. But here's the thing. I don't know if he's going to delay it. Don't come back a pitcher. You're too good of a player. He can. He's a good player. Let him hit. Let him field. You don't need to pitch. All right. The first hour's over, man. That was quick. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's calling line at 877-970-2999. Models.com. We got a lot more to go. We got another hour to go. We'll see you in just a little bit. I guess not. They're trying to get rid of it for me now.
Who?
We were talking about it.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, because it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not getting fooled. Don't think you're fooling me.
Nobody's fooling you, John.
It's going to be the opening, right? It's just going to be the opening again.
The same one we ran.
Right.
Yeah, the Atlantic Health. Okay. Absolutely. Let me double check.
When you call, use discount code The Answer, and we'll take.
All right, so when we come back, I'm going to do Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we want to come back and do all of it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have plenty. There's so much to talk about in that class.
Beautiful.
1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. From the studios of AM 970 The Answer on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey.
What do we have? 5-minute break?
There are more questions than answers over Thursday night shooting in Dallas, where a female police officer just off duty in still in uniform says she entered an apartment that she thought was hers and then shot and killed 26-year-old Bogan Jean. State Senator Royce West.
We need to find out whether there was a personal relationship or whether she surprised him at the door. There are so many facts that need to be looked at before we make a determination as to what type of homicide this is.
Mother of Bogan has offered up forgiveness to the officer who killed her son, but she says she needs the truth. The Texas Rangers are conducting an independent investigation outside of DPD. The National Hurricane Center says a significant phase of intensification of Tropical Storm Florence is going to happen tonight, and the storm could grow to a Cat 4 hurricane by midweek.
We don't actually have it on land at 5 days' time, but we do have it in a position to the southeast of the coast of the Carolinas. We are also anticipating it to strengthen.
So the path is still unclear, though North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia have issued a state of emergency, and the U.S. Navy is making preparations to move its ships off of the East Coast.
The final day of Supreme Court confirmation hearings Friday featured testimony from friends and foes on Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Former U.S. Solicitor General Ted Olson says Judge Kavanaugh would be an excellent addition to the Supreme Court.
I do not know of a lawyer or a judge who is more uniformly respected in terms of his personality, his character, his integrity, his fairness, and his competence.
Those hearings concluded after 4 days of questioning. And the Secretary of Defense, kind of a scary guy, but yet he has a birthday. General Mad Dog Matt is celebrating his birthday today, turning 68. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, what's all the racket about? Didn't you hear? A massive project to repair the Route 495 bridge between New Jersey Turnpike and Route 3 to the Lincoln Tunnel starting in August. 1 lane of traffic in each direction will be closed for the next 2.5 years. The good news is the exclusive bus lane will remain open throughout construction.
Route 495 already has a ton of traffic. With the necessary construction, it's only going to get worse. What are the alternatives?
NJDOT created a website, RestoreNJ495.com.
They get you to go inside.
Yeah, you're like, put that on, put that move, blah, 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 and then play out.
But I think this coach will help them. I really do. I think he's.
I'm switching to public transportation.
You'd love to see them 0-12. What are you talking about?
I don't hate the line. I hate the
Visit RestoreNJ495.com to sign up for project alerts to stay informed. This message is sponsored by the NJDOT, New Jersey Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Engineers today deployed a trash collection device to corral plastic litter floating between California and Hawaii in an attempt to clean up the world's largest garbage patch in the Pacific Ocean. The 2,000-foot-long floating boom.
I guess he's not calling in. I guess he's not calling in. Yeah, I know. I saw.
Yeah, cool. Real cool, bro.
It's okay.
You know what? You don't need him.
No, I don't. I was doing him a favor.
Yeah, hop on.
And I told him 9:30 to 10 can't call. Can't do it.
Yeah. And don't.
No, well, no, we can't. 9:30 to 10. I got Stump Marty. You can't do it.
Don't you worry about it.
Papadopoulos says he made a dreadful mistake and lying to the FBI about his contacts with Russian intermediaries. The 31-year-old sentenced Friday to 14 days in prison. He could serve 6 months. Breaking news and analysis, townhall.com. President Trump has proclaimed National Days of Prayer and Remembrance to be observed this weekend. White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reports.
In a White House proclamation, the president calls on Americans to pause in honor of the memory of the nearly 3,000 people killed in the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. He says the nation watched with stunned silence, tears, anger, and utter disbelief as multiple tragedies unfolded on that day. During this observance, the president says, "We pray that all find peace in the love of God. We pray for guidance, wisdom, and protection for the men and women in uniform. And we pray for the unity of our nation." Greg Cluxton, Washington.
Naomi Osaka wins the U.S. Open title after Serena Williams was penalized a game in the final. She became irate and called the chair ump a thief for accusing her of being coached.
Thief.
That's a no-no in the finals. The WTA says they will look into the incident in which Serena demanded.
It's Saturday evening. Time for Talking Sports, brought to you by Atlantic Health System. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
All right, we're back. Hour 2. First hour. Boy, that went by so quickly. Crazy. All right, don't forget, the bottom of the hour, we got You Can't Stump Marty, which is brought to you by B&B Metro for all of your business and personal insurance needs. BNBmetro.com. So anyway, you may or may not know there's a new Hall of Fame class at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. The 2018 Naismith Hall of Fame class consists of Ray Allen, Maurice Cheeks, Lefty Drizel, what a coach he was, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Dino Raja, Charlie Scott, Katie Smith, Tina Thompson, Rod Thorne, the architect of the New Jersey Nets during their championship or Eastern Conference dominant run there for a little while, Ora Mae Washington, and Rick Welts. Guys, what do you think about this class? He was so good. Well, we only talk basketball here. We don't talk the off court. Listen, he brought well, I wouldn't say it wasn't Vince Carter on that team. So, oh, he was later. They had a good team. Yeah. Yeah. You're talking about a quality point guard. Yeah. By the way, back-to-back NBA finals. Right. Yeah. Doesn't matter. They got through the Eastern Conference. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. No. By the way, anytime you go back-to-back, that's impressive. You know, it's interesting. Grant Hill. Now, obviously, great player, right? He's actually part owner of the Atlanta Hawks now, too. A great player, but with all of those injuries when he went to Detroit and didn't play all those years, he's got Hall of Fame numbers. I haven't looked. Or is he getting in on the good guy thing? What? Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, easy with that comparison. He was a good player. There's no doubt. He was a good small forward at that time. Yeah. Oh, he was wonderful. I mean, he missed about 5 seasons, I think, with that foot. Yeah. Yeah, I give him a lot of credit for doing what he did. And you've got how about you? First of all, Mo Cheeks. Now you guys are too young, but I got to watch him win a championship with the Philadelphia 76ers, Moses Malone and Bobby Jones and all of these guys. And man, you talk about a point guard. That guy, he could play, and he was a very, very good defensive point guard. Very good. And you remember that nice thing with him with the national anthem with that girl. How sweet of a moment was that? The girl forgets how to sing the national anthem. He's the coach. I don't even know where he was, the Sixers, and he comes over to her and helps her through it. Now that's a beautiful moment. Yeah, and I think he's an assistant coach or has been assistant coach a long time with the Oklahoma Thunder, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Julius Erving, what a player he was. And then you got first of all, you got Steve Nash. You talk about, by the way, on TV, Steve Nash doesn't look 6'3". He's 6'3". 6'1". All right. Well, the media guy gets him at 6'3". That's true. But what a player. What a player. I mean, that guy was such a great point guard, great soccer player too, by the way. And you've got Lefty Drizel too. You're talking about an iconic college coach, Coach Maryland, a long time at Maryland. Then he went on to Georgia State and maybe another school along the way. But what a player he was. And from an administrative guy, you got Rod Thorne, who I said put the nets together. Yeah, put those nets together. Went on and is a VP of something with the NBA. Some of these other guys, yeah. So some of these other guys I'm not familiar with, and Ray Allen. I guess Ray Allen has Hall of Fame numbers. I guess he leads. I know that category. And what is it? 3-point shots? Yeah. So. Oh yeah. With Miami. I mean, with Celtics. Right. Yeah. Oh, he did. He did. He could shoot. When he was with Milwaukee, he was like oh boy. I mean, people don't realize that was the heyday of him too, by the way. I mean, he could nail a shot from anywhere, that guy. Oh, he really good player, and you've got some other people here I'm not familiar with, but it's not. Yeah. Oh, right. That's right, and we're going to talk about that a little later. So, and it's great to see when older guys also get in. You know that they've served their time, or for whatever reasons they are. That it's great and kind of a cool thing. The Hall of Fame. I've never been there. I've never been to the Baseball Hall of Fame, which I got to get to. I can't believe I've never been there. I've been threatening my son that we'd go, but we haven't been there. I've never been to the Basketball Hall of Fame. I've never been to any Hall of Fame, to tell you the truth. Yeah. And I heard like the Baseball Hall of Fame, you got to give yourself 6 hours to get through it. Yeah. You know, no wives are allowed to bother you time to go, or if you're coming, you're taking the time. We're going through everything. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Chuck, you happen to have in front of you, and you may not. This is what I told you. I was going to throw you darts, and you better be ready. You have who we got in the? So we know Serena lost today, right? Which I think is great for tennis, by the way. Get some new blood in there. I heard she started crying, and that it didn't go well for her. That she blamed the referee for something. It got a little accusatory, you know. Wow. For this girl. Nice. Classy. I like to see that. I like to see that. So I'll tell you what, yeah, he's sweating over there because he doesn't know I'm going to ask him. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the PGA also, by the way. I just want to update and see what's happening. All right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999, Models.com. What happened to Dino Costa? Is he a no-show? Don't forget, we got You Can't Stump Marty, 15 minutes or so. We'll be right back. I had to do that.
Oh, it's still a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll come back with PGA and.
You don't have to go crazy. You just tell us what the leaders are. Oh, if you don't, then we don't have to do it. By the way, that's why I'm not doing it.
Insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web, bdmetro.com, or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of You Can't Stump Marty. Life is an important one. Here at AM 970 The Answer,
I got a better one for you. Update me on who's winning the WNBA. I know there's been one game. Seattle and Washington. Or Phoenix. One of them. Seattle, I think.
Source of much needed information, and we may provide you a perspective about the news that is truthful and timely. Maybe it's giving you unique insights at just the right time. These interactions happen regularly, and we'd love for you to tell us about it. Here's what you can do.
We have the finals already?
Oh, yeah.
It was finals.
Atlanta didn't make it.
Okay, so it's Phoenix and who?
I think it's Seattle and Washington.
Seattle, Washington. Okay. Oh, two birds.
We're going to talk that, and then we're going to talk a little hockey. We're going to talk a little hockey when we get back.
Story, all the details, contest rules, and to submit your video.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999, Models.com. Don't forget, about 15 minutes away, give us a call. You can try to stump Marty. The T-shirts have come in. They're a beauty. As a matter of fact, I know we sent one out. So Marty has only been stumped, by the way, one time in 5 weeks. And I went back, it's at least, I don't know, 20 callers or 15 callers. And no one's able to stump him. So kind of kudos. He got a half stump. That one guy who got him, we gave it to him because he half stumped him. And then Marty got one kind of half right, half wrong the following week or a week later when the answer was the Utah Jazz, and it was actually the New Orleans Jazz. But as I said, Bob Barker or Alex Trebek, they probably would have given it to him. So I went that way. So I'll tell you what. Forget the golf. Since you challenged me and you thought I was going to forget about the WNBA that are in the finals right now. That's some quality basketball. I'm telling you, if Johnny sits and watches it, means it's quality basketball. So, Chuck, update us on what's going on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's a best of 5? I think it's – I don't know why they don't go best of 7. I mean, the girls have been playing for 4 months. Why can't they go best of 7? Because the NBA is like, all right, finish up here. We got the NBA starting. So, wait, it is a best of 5. So, what does it go, 2-2-1? Where is that? On ESPN so we can let our listeners know about that? Because I know James is looking forward to that. They got game 1 against the NFL. How are those ratings going to be tomorrow? Wait, is it on ESPN tomorrow night? What are they, crazy? Against the NFL? Although maybe that's where the husbands send the wives over. There's a nice WNBA game on. I guess. Wow. So I can't wait to look at those ratings, by the way, because that'd be interesting to see. So, well, let me ask you this. Will sports bars tomorrow allocate a television for the WNBA? Because remember, there was a game Thursday night, so there's an extra television available. They'd have been better off, by the way, or they'd have been better off just going against Sunday Night Football. I'm serious. No, I'm assuming 3:00, you said, right? Right. So I'm saying, why would you go against the NFL like that? But tomorrow night, you could still get some audience, if you go against Green Bay on Sunday Night Football. Yeah. Could be, and that's on the West Coast. It's a lot of games. And 2 national games. There's at least a national game on. Right. Well, congratulations to the Seattle Storm. Is that what they're called? The Seattle Storm and the Washington Mystics. How about that? All right. So, you know what? While we're talking about other sports other than the 3 majors, I'm going to quickly give you the table of the Eastern and Western Conference, all right, for soccer, for our MLS. I'll give you the top 5 in the Eastern Conference. You got the New York Red Bulls, which, New Jersey and New York, they need to get excited. This team is in first place. They could win the whole thing in the MLS. Followed by Atlanta and New York City, Columbus Crew, and the Philadelphia Union. And in the West, you got FC Dallas, LAFC. I don't know which LA team that is, but that's one of the LA teams. They got a lot of teams in LA these days. We got the Sporting News of Kansas City, Real Salt Lake, and the Seattle Sounders. So that season's coming to an end eventually. I tell you, we got 9:20 right now. So when's our break? Because I want to talk New Jersey Devils hockey. Can we do that? Let's do that. When we come back, we'll talk New Jersey Devils hockey. Chuck's a big Islander fan. We'll talk New Jersey. We'll talk Islander hockey. We'll talk Rangers hockey. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. James Simeone's behind the glass. Chuck is answering the phones. I'm John Friedman. We'll be right back.
nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I've got ankylosing spondylitis, which is a arthritic disease, calcification of major joints and spine, and I just don't have the pain that I used to have. It's really
Well, I'm really happy about that.
Balance of Nature has been an amazing product. I've recommended it to literally hundreds. I'm a pastor, and I've said, y'all just try it. Give it a look, give it a try. And so hopefully they have it. But it's an amazing product, and the neatest thing is when you first open up that bottle, you can smell the fruits and vegetables. Every time I open one, I just get a big kick out.
Just I think they want me to take when the woman calls the same. I think it's the same combo calling with Marty. I think they just confirm who they want me to take first.
You got it. 10 seconds.
That's 1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code The Answer.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I got to tell you, I'm wearing a long sleeve kind of sweatshirt tonight. I got jeans on. It's chilly out. Up in Westchester, whatever, it's supposed to be the high 49 degrees tonight. These two guys come in, these knuckleheads come in with shorts tonight. Oh, no, you got to roll with it. And you still got the shorts on. You know what? I used to be like that. I guess as you get older, you get a little colder, I think. But I used to be like that also. So kind of interesting. All right. So Johnny, a big New Jersey Devil fan. I just love hockey. I love the Devils. I love that we got three teams in the area here with the Rangers and the Islanders. And of all those three teams, I'm looking for some big things out of the Devils. You know, they've got the Hart Trophy winner. They've got Nico Hischier. They got Bratt. They got a lot of good players. I'm looking for them to take the next step. It's going to be interesting to see if they do. I think they do. They got good goaltending. So and soon, probably, I'm going to wait about 2-3 weeks. We'll bring Chris Ryan in. He's the beat writer with NJ.com, NJ Advanced Media. He covers the beat in the New Jersey Devils. So we'll get updated on that. I'm going to find a beat writer for the Rangers to come in. We'll talk hockey about them. And we'll talk about Chuck's New York Islanders. Chuck, what do you think about the Islanders? You know, they let their main guy go, and you know, you got Lou Lamoriello in there now. Things are looking good for the Islanders. And I think it's kind of time to turn the page a little bit. But don't they always say that kind of stuff when they become free agents? Yeah, I mean, they always say that kind of stuff. I mean, he's not going to come out and say the island sucks. I hate living there. Well, why? You think you think the franchise had to know that there's a chance that, and by the way, trust me, if the right package was available for him at the deadline, they'd have taken it. I really believe that. Yeah, he kind of ran them into the ground, that guy. He was a terrible goalie, too, by the way. And you got probably, and then they hired Lou Lamoriello from Toronto. So should be interesting to see with Lou. I'm telling you, give them a few years. And when do they move into their new stadium? Do we know that? Yeah, okay, good. All right, so don't forget, we got in about 5-10 minutes, we got You Can't Stump Marty coming up, brought to you by B&B Metro. I tell you, he hadn't been able to be stumped, and I'm amazed. Last week, he got a question of who's won the most Grand Slams in women tennis. I had about 2 of them. The third one was some Australian lady that I'm not a tennis guy, but I'd never heard of. I never would have gotten it. I don't know how he got it. So pretty interesting. And if you do stump Marty, I'll send you a nice I Stump Marty Talking Sports t-shirt. It's a long sleeve t-shirt. It's a beauty. And I want to start giving these away. And you know what's going to happen is I ordered about 100 of them. And you know, eventually I got to give them out to family. Then Marty probably wants to give them out to his family. And, Yeah, and then you end up with 20. So eventually we'll make a run of those. But I want to start giving them out there. I mean, it's time for him to get stuff. So you can get on the line and do that. Give us a call at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. And don't forget, Marty is brought to you by Metro B&B Insurance at bnbmetro.com. They'll handle all your business and personal insurance needs. So I hope that you're gonna your team in the NFL tomorrow wins. We got a lot of NFL games tomorrow. I can't believe we're finally at the NFL season. It's absolutely crazy that we're here. Before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving. That's how quickly things happen here. It's amazing. I mean, it's crazy. And, I'm glad that the show was tonight. As I told you, if the show was Friday night, I still would have had that, that emotional feel of the loss for the Falcons on. Yeah, I'm over it. It's week one. You get emotional. I get more concerned about injuries than anything else, not the play. And it will be ugly for 3 weeks for all these teams. You'll see tomorrow how ugly things will be. So anyway, so we're about to start. You Can't Stop Marty at the bottom of the hour. Actually, after the break. Yeah, after the break, we got news. We got traffic coming up on the bottom of the hour. And just a great show. It's been a lot of fun. And it's going to be interesting. I can't wait till baseball playoffs start, too. We're just around the corner. We got about 15 days. We got about 18 days left. And I'm just hoping for a lot of game sevens. That's what I want for baseball. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you think? Right. Oh, and Julio's being double covered in the end zone. Oh, he caught that ball. I mean, what do they not see that I can't see? I mean, I don't get it. That rule is going to be, we're going to have so many inconsistencies throughout the year. And by the way, I was a little surprised Dan Quinn's not screaming and yelling. I would be going crazy. Maybe he did and I didn't see it. Wow. Falcons, you mean? Yeah. It's been a tough atmosphere for the Atlanta Hawks, too. And Devonta Freeman looks a step slow. He looks a step slow. All right. It's almost time for You Can't Stop Marty. Get on the phone at 877-970-2999. This is Talking Sports. We got a half hour to go. I want to get your phone calls in. Call me and let me know what that favorite radio call of yours is, too. I want to play it. I'm John Friedman. This is Talking Sports. We'll be right back.
Jonathan, you taking the girl online too first?
Is she Bobby Joe or Man? I know he's calling as an Indian, so I don't know what I shouldn't be saying this on. I don't know how to make sure you find out how to pronounce it.
Mangool.
Mangool?
Yeah.
Did you ask her or you're just guessing? You can't pronounce the PGA guys' names.
They have called him and told me that it's Mangool.
Mangool. Now, if I say it wrong, somebody correct me. And she's Bobby Joe?
Yeah.
Let's go to Bobby Joe in New Jersey. Okay. We go to Marty first. And okay. You don't have a radio call lined up, do you?
I do.
What do you have?
Play it after Marty. I did the first one you sent me. Lindsay. I got that one.
Oh,
it's
the
actually
Lindsay.
Long, and it's actually pretty funny. The
Lindsay Scott. Oh, if you got to play. I broke my chair. The whole thing.
The whole thing.
All right, we'll use it if we need it. We're gonna probably need it.
What we can do is we'll do the whole Marty segment, and then maybe going into the next one we'll do it.
Okay. Now, if you need to go to a commercial during the Marty segment, I can hold them guys up, and we'll be right back.
No, that's the thing. That's the good thing. We don't have to
Okay.
go commercial.
Okay.
So we can just roll, and then the next segment will be short.
Got
That's
it.
all.
Okay. Oh, you know what? And we'll update scores too. We'll update football and baseball scores after Marty too.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Automotive Diagnostic Services of Whippany, New Jersey, in the heart of Morris County, is your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports. From your claim director of God's Not Dead, I regret to inform you that your husband was combat. When she lost her husband, he chose to save me rather than come home to you and your daughter. She lost her way. On September 7th comes an inspiring story about the power of family, faith. I'm not giving up without faith. Courage and hope. He will show them
5 seconds.
it's impossible. God bless the broken road. Rated PG.
You play the metro. You play the intro.
Yep. Play now.
It's time for You Can't Stump Marty. Brought to you by Brown & Brown Metro. For all of your insurance needs, from homeowners, automobile, workers' comprehensive, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance, visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of You Can't Stump Marty.
All right, we're back, and it's my favorite time of the show, which is You Can't Stump Marty. For some reason, I get a lot of giggles out of it, and it's a lot of fun. If you want to try to stump Marty with your sports trivia question, give us a call at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. You Can't Stump Marty is brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance, bnbmetro.com. All right, so let's go to Marty. Marty, what's happening? And a good vach to you. How was your Shabbat? We certainly do. Yes, you got a little boo-hooing going on over there, huh? Little sensitive, but I think it's great for tennis to see somebody. And by the way, give her credit. The crowd was booing, from my understanding. She said that she told them you shouldn't be booing. This person deserves to be clapped for. So that's classy. Yeah. So a good Happy New Year to you, and a Happy New Year to all of our audience there. It's going to be a sweet, wonderful year. Shana Tova. So are you ready? I got to tell you, the callers have been terrible. They can't stump you. So they're in the. I'm giving them the category of terrible. So are you ready to play? All right. So we got calls on the line here. So let's go to Bobby Joe in New Jersey. Bobby Joe, do you think you can stump Marty? I'm good. You attract these women. What's happening, Bobby Joe? Oh, you work at the Nike store? I'm wearing my Nike hat tonight, by the way. Yeah, it's quite, I think, yeah. Wow. So you had a lot. You had a lot. You didn't have any competition in regards to buying stuff. Wow. Yeah, you may want to check the pronunciation of that name because it's. All right, Bobby Joe, can you stump Marty? What do you got? All right, what do you got for us, Bobby Joe? You think you can stump Marty? Stump him, will you? I'm sorry. What'd you say? Say what? Okay. Really? Yeah, it sure does. Marty, where do you find these people, Marty? All right, Bobby Joe, I got people behind you. What do you got for Marty? Stump him, will you? All right, stump him, will you? Let's go. I got calls behind. Let's go. Good. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't. That is incorrect. Wow. Lee Mazzilli. Hey, we got a dinger here or something we can ding or something? Marty got stumped. God, Marty got stumped. Marty got stumped. Marty got stumped. Hey. Hey, Bobby Joe, congratulations. You're going to get a t-shirt. We're going to send you out one. I'll tell you what, stay on hold. We'll get your, yeah, exactly. Marty, I'm a little disappointed in you, and that's kind of modern day right there. All right, Bobby Joe, stay on hold. We're going to get you information. All right, let's go to line 2. We got, I hope I pronounced this right. We got Manguil from, where's he calling from? From Long Island. Manguil, can you stump Marty? Oh, Manguil, sorry. Thank you. I don't know. Thank you. Hey, can you stump Marty? Who is? What? Who is this? It's okay. Okay, let's get. All right, you got a question for Marty? You got, come on, stump him. Well. Oh, did he say matzo? All right, come on. I gave away a T-shirt tonight. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's get a question in. Let's go. Jim who? How do you, Marty, how do you know that? All right, thank you. I'm sorry you're not getting a T-shirt, but that was a really good question. And how about Bobby, Marty? How about Bobby Joe? Marty, 1980? Come on. I was actually surprised Mazzilli left them in steals, by the way. That's crazy. All right, well, listen, we gave away a T-shirt here. Yeah. Thank you. And I will. Thank you. Shana Tova to you. All right, you're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. When we come back, we'll update you on all the college scores, Major League Baseball. There's a lot out there, and we got to go over it. You're listening to Talking Sports. I'm John Friedman. We'll be right back.
John, we're not really giving that lady a T-shirt, right? Just want to make it. She's actually still on hold, and I'm actually kind of like
Just
laughing at
no,
her.
no. Take it down like you are, though.
Yeah.
Take it down like you are. That was. Did you hear her say Kaepernick?
What was that?
Did you ever say Kaepernick?
I cut it off. I did the best I could.
Oh no, it was good. Oh, and
I
no.
don't think we're allowed to use stand on the air. I think I dumped it. It really, no one's gonna come.
No, I'm not worried about it. I thought it was funny. She did it on purpose.
No, I know she did. I just wasn't sure if we were allowed to use stand.
All right, so let's update baseball, college football.
You got it.
You all right there, Chuck? I was laughing my ass off. The 7-Eleven bit was good.
Take steps to prepare for emergencies in their homes, schools, businesses, and communities. A recent survey showed that although more than 75% of households have supplies set aside for disasters, less than 50% have a household emergency fund. It's important for every household to take preparedness steps, such as having an emergency supply.
You want to do Larry Munson when I come back? You want to do that first and then do scores?
Yeah, I got the. Yeah, hold on one second. I'll get them up.
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to do scores first, or
we'll do scores first?
Okay.
Announce it and then we'll put it up. Back in 20 seconds.
Safe and reliable service customers expect and deserve. Your hometown energy team at JCP&L is investing.
Charlie's gonna do college football, and then I'll do baseball. So go.
Good.
What do you want to go to first? Baseball, football?
It makes no difference to me.
I will do baseball first, then we'll let you run it off.
Jersey Broadcasters Association, funding provided by JCP&L and air to cooperation with the NJBA and this station.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening, and how about that? Marty got stumped. Bobby Joe, was that her name? Bobby Joe from New Jersey? Yeah, he did have it coming, but first of all, the crazy thing is he's good, obviously good on modern day. I consider 1980 modern day. 2, Lee Mazzilli led the Mets, and he's not like, yeah, he wasn't like a major base stealer then. And I was wondering, like, if Mookie whatever was on that team. Maybe I was going to thinking maybe him, or maybe he wasn't on that team yet. But I guess Lee Mazzilli in 1980 was their best player, so it makes sense because they stunk in 1980. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, all right, let's update everybody on. What do we want to start with? Major League Baseball first? All right, let's do that. It's September. No, they don't care. They just don't even. Oh, that's good. The Mets beat the Phillies. The Mets are. No, but I got to tell you, the Mets have given the Phillies fits all year. Yeah, they usually do this in late September. That's big, by the way. That's huge. Big game. All right. Chart. Yeah. That's obnoxious, by the way. You mean I bet the 4-stringer should be in there. Come on. 77. Wow. Come on, Mark. That's not a Mark Rick kind of thing to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good game. Got it. Thank you so much. That's perfect. I love keeping them up to date. So remember, if for next week's show, don't forget, I want you to gather your best radio calls over your. Listen, this whole audience, we're 35 and over there on 970 AM. That's what the statistics show. So many of these listeners out there have a favorite AM radio call. And I want you to call. I want you to email it to me so we can listen to it with you. You can either listen to it when we're on the phone with you, or you can just send it in to us and we'll play it for you. And you can do that by emailing the show at talkingsportsam970 at gmail.com. And last week I teased you, and I don't like to get into it. We all know where I'm from, when we all know who I root for. But last week I teased you a little bit about one of probably my top 2 favorite radio college play-by-play guys is the late Larry Munson. And so I had sent it to James, and this is a famous call that you've probably heard before, but I can never get enough of it. I always like to share it because it's got a lot of post part of the call, the actual call. And you've heard it. It's when the Herschel Walker and Buck Bellew and the Georgia Bulldogs were down to Florida in Jacksonville in the 1980 season, when Georgia's trying to get into that national championship game, and they're down to Florida, and this could blow the whole thing up. So I'll tell you what, James, why don't we hit the great, and rest in peace, the great Larry Munson, and this what is probably considered one of the biggest radio calls in college football ever. You know, it's emotional for me because that guy right there is one of the reasons why I'm behind the mic, and you know, and the why I've aspired to always do this. And when I did it younger in life, and then got back into doing it again. And Larry Munson, I used to call his talk show. He hosted a talk show on Sunday nights in WSB in Atlanta, a big 50,000 water clear channel across the country. And I would call every Sunday night. And then when I moved here in 1980 and end of 86, I would call his show every Sunday night. And I was he would always, you know, he was always pick up the phone. He'd say, "What do you got, New York?" He'd say, "Let's go to, what do you got, New York? What are those papers saying up there?" And he was just a classic Southern fisherman who was a play-by-play guy, did the Vanderbilt Commodores before he did the Georgia Bulldogs. And he's iconic, and pretty much everybody around the country, if you're in sports and you're in broadcasting, you know the great late Larry Munson. I had an influence from him, and I had an influence from the Georgia Tech announcer too. And one day I'll play his stuff. Al Seraldo, he was the real typical old-time radio guy. He would go, if you were at the foul line for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, he would say, you know, you're going to shoot a foul shot, in the air, good. And his thing would be also, you go to kick a field goal, toe meets leather, good. All right, we'll take a quick break before we end this thing tonight. When we get back, we'll talk a little bit more NFL. I want to find out where you two watch games and how long during the day you do watch games. This is Talking Sports. I'm John Friedman. Kind of chilly in New York tonight. We'll be right back.
I lost track of time there. I'm looking up like, we got to go racing. By the way, quick update. David Johnson, the Cardinals, the running back,
yeah,
he just got a $39 million extension, 30 guaranteed.
Coming off the injury?
It's a hand injury. He's going to be fine.
All right. I need you guys to help me through here the rest of the way. Would you hurt yourself? You banged your hand?
I almost gave this kid a heart attack. He thought David Johnson was injured for his fantasy team.
This is the very
15 seconds.
my students use every day to invest in their financial future. Again, call 1-800-228-2155 for the next 30 minutes and leave your email address on my voicemail. That's 1-800-228-2155. Call 1-800-228-2155.
All right, we're back on the first kind of chilly night in New York, up in Westchester, to be in the high 40s, 50s in New York City. For me, out in Jersey, be in the low 50s tonight. It's kind of depressing, but kind of good. You know, you got depressing, the summer's over, but you know that tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you got NFL football, and you got it all day, and you got it all the way through Monday night. So that's kind of exciting. So, James, what does your Sunday look like on an NFL Sunday? Yeah. Yeah. And that's what you do? You'll watch Red Zone? Yeah. 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 Nice. Are you... Well, it's funny. I used to go to a place in East Hanover, New Jersey, and I would go and I would, you know, every year for 30 years, a place called Miami Mike's, and I would go and I'd watch games every week, and he always had a television for me and my son for Falcon games. So I do that. So tomorrow I'm going to get stuff done because I don't have a game to watch, and I will. I'll watch. You know, I'll have the television on, but you know, I like that. I got a new tool set. You know, it's got all sorts of layers and things and stuff. I want to fix some things around the house. Yeah, I know, and I'll trust me. I'll keep it going. Yeah, I will. Well, I watch the TV. I go run up and downstairs. You know, go watch seeing what's going on. But I feel kind of like I'm on a bye week this tomorrow. You know, kind of on a bye week. So, Chuck, what do you do on a day like tomorrow? Yeah. Very right. Gosh, absolutely. My wife's great about that. She knows if I have a game, she knows that either it's going to be from 1 to 4 or 4 to 7. She's great about it. I mean, she's actually great about it. And she's actually even better about when I'm in a bad mood. Yeah. By the way, I don't like to go to places and I like to sit home in my living room. Anyway, all right, looks like we're coming to the end of this week's show. As always, I hope your team wins. I want to thank James Simone behind the glass and making it happen. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our callers. And I especially want to thank you, the listeners. You've been listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody.
The preceding program sponsored by Marketing Ideas and Beyond.
Good show, guys.
In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manning was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through